So, good morning. Today's topic, let's just say, a special kind of stupid does not even describe what we are about to talk today. Imagine a political party, an entity that governs a country, crowdfunding to pay its staff. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, well, that's the situation we have in South Africa. Political party that's governing the country is crowdfunding to pay its own staff members their salary. And it's not just any political party, it's the one governing the country. So how stupid could you be? I'm not specifically talking about the party itself, but people actually funding them. This political party stole trillions, more than likely. um, how stupid do you have to be to support them financially? I mean, come on, really. And now some of these staff members allegedly wrote a letter. Yeah, a bit of politics today. But some of the staff members of this political organization literally wrote a letter saying that they've got a lot of dirt on the governing party and they were not afraid to use it. And well, if you'd like more info on that, feel free to check out Morning Shot. Roman Kabinek, he covered it yesterday, but it just amazes me that people would be willing to donate money to such an organization that's proved how much they can steal. And now people are actually emptying their wallets for these people that were part of the corrupt activity that they want to expose to get them paid. And if they're threatening their own political party with something like this, it means they're complicit. Obviously, then they broke the law. That's not enough to make something of. Now, look, you're free to support whichever party you want. But if the political party in power has been in power for many years, decades, more than 2 decades, and this is the way they're governing a country, not looking after their own people, there's no excuse. You should be punished at the ballot box now, which is one of the reasons they probably want to postpone the elections, because they know they've screwed up. So yeah, real strange situation, even politically, in the world, specifically this country. Obviously, just baffles my mind that people can continue voting for a party that apparently doesn't give a crap about them. Because if they did, there would be some vooruitgang, a biggie success for the people voting for them. Not just the people voting for them. A political party that's in power governs the whole country, and it's the president and that political entity's job to look after the entire country, not just its own. Everyone in that country is their responsibility, not just a specific segment of the population. And it seems the segment that's being looked after is the 0.01% at the top. That's the only ones they apparently care about. So I just hope people wake up and vote differently. And I hope the elections go on as planned in, I think, October. If it doesn't, that would be a huge setback to democracy, in my opinion. And as per usual, this is just my opinions, but I'm not going to make a tremendously long video today. Just wanted to, say pretty much what I already said. So, yeah, let's just hope they wake up and smell the roses. Let's just wait and see if people are going to actually vote for the correct party. And saying that coronavirus is an excuse for there not to be an election, that's a faulty assumption, my friends. If you're under the impression that the virus is too bad, I've got news for you. Hundreds of countries around the world and multiple countries in Africa had their elections without issues. Look at all the riots that took place. So I don't think the coronavirus can be used as an excuse not to have an election, firstly. It would not be good if that were to happen. So yeah, I hope people change their minds and this opens up, well, some common sense. But the thing is, even if that does not happen, it might be that the ANC is on borrowed time. I didn't want to mention the particular party involved's name, but we all know who they are. And even if you were a hardcore supporter of the specific political entity, you must admit they could have done a better job. No excuses. Running out of excuses quickly. Many of you watching this video is probably unemployed. Please, I'm not saying go and vote for the DA. I'm not going to say vote for a specific political party, but you cannot any longer pretend that just a bit more time, just one more round of elections, and I'm not going to change my vote. It doesn't work like that. If a political party had the opportunity, a time frame to prove themselves in, even if you say 2 terms are not enough, 3 terms are not enough, 4 terms are not enough, when is it going to stop? Use your common sense and vote for the freaking a different party. Give someone else a chance to govern. Most of us are unemployed, and we are most people that are unemployed are becoming desperate, and we need change, and we need it soon before it's too late. Some might say it's already too late, and it might be, I don't know. But it's time to open your eyes. If you're voting for a political party that's had the opportunity to prove themselves, and going into the past and looking at things to blame, but bypassing the one that had the opportunity to prove themselves but didn't, that's not gonna work. There's no excuses left anymore. All of us are struggling financially, economically. It's time for change. And if the elections are postponed, I'm afraid I don't know if there's any chance left, because then there'll be another excuse after that to postpone elections. And who knows if you'll have another chance to vote. So let's hope the elections still go on and people have the opportunity to change the course of this country. And yeah, I'm not a fan of politics or politicians specifically, because like I said previously, politicians can be bought or threatened, even though most of them or many of them start with good intentions. It usually does not end up that way. So quite frankly, people, catch your wake up. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but give someone else a chance, for fuck's sakes. It's time for change. If it's not too late already, we can only hope and pray. But this country's seen enough of the opportunity that this specific party had to govern. It's time for someone else to get a chance. And I'm not necessarily one that's for succession, but I will totally not blame anyone for trying that. If KZN wants to be a country on their own, might work out better. I know many people saying South Africa should not be a country as it is. It should be multiple countries. There's an argument to be made there. I'm still quite undecided by that matter, but it's time for change. Time for us to do our part. Let's just hope there's an election. If there's not, well, I don't know. So before I go, a quick update in terms of Starbase. They've actually installed the quick release arm, which is the part of the tower that fuels the Starship and the booster, and are hard at work finishing the infrastructure around the Starbase, the fuel farm and the launch tower with catch arms. So how it's basically going to work. The Starship or the booster, well, either one is coming in like it would come in on a Falcon launch a Falcon booster. It looks like a Falcon booster coming into land, and then the catch tower, or the launch tower, or whichever you prefer, basically catches it out of mid-air. So that's going to be quite a feat to pull off and entertaining to watch. So we will either see a large firework, or we'll see a successful launch and catch. I don't think they'll catch, well, the first booster and Starship they won't be catching. That will splash down in two separate places, one near Hawaii and the other one near Texas, off the coast, the Gulf of Mexico. But so that's the update in terms of Starbase, and I think that's about it for me. If you are interested in political content or commentary or news, check out Ramon. I'll put his link on the description of this video. Quite good in terms of politics if you want to keep up with the latest news and so on. So I'll see you again tomorrow, and as per always, stay safe.